everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today I have the 72 set of Bianyo dual end alcohol markers that I thought we would take a look at and do a quick review, and then we will be coloring a picture, or at least part of a picture, in the Jade Summer Light and Dark Fantasy book. So let's just jump right in. The Bianyo 72 markers, when you receive these, they will come in this wonderful little black cloth case. It has a zipper, which unzips all the way around. It has a handle on top. The actual case itself, I believe, is probably one of the better budget-friendly cases that I've received with markers. It actually feels a little quilted padded somewhat. When you unzip your bag, you will see all of your markers inside. Aren't they beautiful? And inside of the case is a information and warranty card. It lets you know a little bit about Bianyo art and how you can contact them. And also it lets you know about their warranty. There is a 12-month replacement warranty, a 30-day money-back guarantee, a lifetime support guarantee, and it gives you their official website and places where you can contact them through email. So that's really nice. And when you open this up, it gives you a swatch. It shows you the swatches of the 72 colors. It does say this is for reference only, and that is very true, because many of these colors are darker than they appear on here. But beside that, it does give you a blank place where you can swatch out the markers yourself. If you wanted to do so on this, I would suggest doing your own swatches, because as you can see, this is very, very glossy. And from what I experienced with my first set of Bianyos, they don't swatch well on this paper. And it's really not a good representation of what you're going to get when you put it directly onto your coloring pages. So I would suggest swatching them out yourself. So you do have that nice little reference card. And then in the markers, it is 72 total markers. There is a colorless blender, which does count as one of the 72. So 71 colors, one of those colors being black. And then you have your array of colors and a small assortment of your grays. So we'll just take a look at one of these markers. This is R807, and it is, oh goodness, had to pick a hard one, right? Aubergine, A-U-B-E-R-G-I-N-E, but it is double-ended. You have your chisel ends and you have your bullet end. This is not a brush marker, although Bianyo does have brush markers on the market, but this is not their brush marker set. Their brush marker set's a little more expensive than these, and I have not tried the brush markers, but that would be interesting to try. But you have a little black line here that indicates the bullet end, and then there's nothing on the chisel, so it's easy to locate which one of these ends. Your number code for your marker is on each end of the marker, and then there is a barcode on the back that includes, and this is just a sticker, so it would wear over time. It includes the color code number as well as the color name for the ink. I don't know why they put the actual barcodes. As far as I know, these cannot be purchased open stock or anything like that, but they do that. For those of you who are familiar with Cali Arts or Hoo Hoo Heroes, you may be thinking those look just like those, and you would be correct. They look the same, and the only difference would be, of course, the company name that's on the pen. The barcodes are the same, the color names are the same, the color codes are the same, and from what I've experienced swatching out, the inks also match. So when it would come down to purchasing, I would say to take into account that the Bianyos are 72. You have 100 Cali Arts that you can choose from. I believe it's 88 Hoo Hoo Heroes. So you could kind of look at that, break it down with the current prices per marker price, and come out and figure out, you know, which one is going to be the best price option for you. But this is a pretty nice set, and you need to be a little careful with the color numbers on the top if you are holding the pen in your hand, like the cap in your hand, while you're coloring. Any kind of moisture or whatever from the palm of your hand will start to wear these numbers off rather quickly. So try not to, you know, touch the tops a lot, and, you know, don't be doing a lot of smearing or anything like that. But I do really like the bag. It seems very, very well made for one of the budget-friendly bags. And this is probably one of the nicest that I've seen. Okay, so these markers were actually sent to me by a subscriber, so I could share them with you guys and we could take a closer look at them. They do have a very alcohol smell to the marker, and that is why she was very sensitive to smells and could not use them, so she passed them along. She did have her swatches that she made herself, so this is her swatch chart. Thank you to Jennifer Stay for making this beautiful swatch chart available to your members. If you're not familiar with Jennifer Stay, she can be contacted at coloringpagesbliss.com. She's also on Facebook and YouTube as Coloring Bliss. So these are the swatches that are the color range that is in the Bianyo 72 set. You have your yellows, and then you have your reds. You go into your blues, and then into your greens, and then into your grays. So it is a very nice set. There are several different yellows, oranges, reds, a good array of blues. You do have a few purples. You have a few pinks. I would like probably maybe to see a few more pinks and purples, but I feel that way about most of my sets. When it comes to your skin tones in this particular set, you could probably use a Morin, Baby Skin Pink. I don't believe, no, there's not a potato brown in this one. Maybe a yellow ore or ochre, or deep yellow ochre. But you are a little limited, praline maybe, for a deep dark skin tone. So you kind of have to play around when it comes to the skin tones, but it does have most of the colors. And I think, in my opinion, when you look at, say, the 100 Cali Arts compared to the 72 Bianyos, in the Cali Arts, you're getting a lot more skin tones. So that makes up for a lot of your difference between the 72 to the 100. And I think you may have a few more grays in Cali Arts also. In your gray range, you have your warm gray 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. You have your cool gray 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. And then you have one blue green, which is blue green 09. And then you have your black. All right. So those are the colors. And I'm going to sit this over to the side here. And we'll take a look at Jade Summer Light and Dark Fantasy. This was actually sent by the same subscriber. And we'll take a look in this book. And I'll do a quick flip through of the book in case anyone hasn't seen it. It's been out for quite a while, but right now I believe this book is priced at $9.99 on Amazon. This book contains light fantasy as well as the dark fantasy book of Jade Summer. It is the Grayscale book. I do not believe you get double these pictures. It's one picture of each because you are getting light and dark fantasy in one. So you have 50 images, 25 are light fantasy from that book and 25 from the dark fantasy book. So we'll take just a quick flip through, and it begins with light fantasy. This is where you're going to have, you know, maybe your cutesy, more fantasy things, you know, light. you know, they're pretty, they're fancy, you know, well, they're all kind of fancy, but I mean, you understand what I'm saying. When you move over into the more dark fantasy, that's where you get the more dark, dreary, spooky kind of fantasy. And here you'll find like your mermaids and your cute little dragons and you're just pretty girls and things like that. Your cute little elves. So it just keeps it all on a lighter note over here. And then here you move into your dark fantasy, and the rest of the book is your dark fantasy book. I love the Jade Summer Grayscale books. They are so easy to color on. Just lay your marker down, let the grayscale do the rest. This is by far the easiest grayscale coloring I have experienced. It just looks wonderful. Just going in and putting your markers down, and it just looks great. Now the pages are black on the back side, so when you put your alcohol markers down, you will see that black kind of come through. But as the marker dries, it'll dry to its intended color, and you don't see the black anymore. Okay. And that's it for this book. Here's the back of the cover. I will leave links down in the description below to the Bianyo marker 72 set. I will try to see if I can find the brush markers also and leave those. So if you wanted to kind of compare and take a look, so they'll both be there for you. And also to the light and dark fantasy grayscale book here, so you can download that so you can purchase that also if you're interested. I'm just trying to get a couple pieces of paper to go in behind the image that we're going to color, because I forgot to bring my cardstock over, but that's okay. All right, and let's see which one I wanted to work on. I think this one. I love unicorns. It's very pretty. Make sure that I've only got one page there. Yep. All right, so I mean, we'll give these Bianyos a little whirl. I have had the Bianyo set myself before, and it does seem to have a very comparable amount of ink when compared to our Cali Arts. I've just recently begun to work with the Hoo Hoo Heroes, but I have no reason to believe that the Hoo Hoo Heroes, you know, would have any less ink either. I'm going to start out with Y900, which is baby skin pink, just to put that on her skin. Oh, you zoom this in for you guys a little bit. And let's just see how these markers work in the Jade Summer book. So how have you guys been doing? I hope everyone is doing very well. I'm doing good. I've been dealing with a lot of issues with my editing for my videos. Apparently, I really overloaded my phone and my SD card. So as a result, I had to move files from my phone over to my computer, and I've been looking for an editing app that I can use that is user-friendly and easy for me to figure out, because I'm just not your tech-savvy gal. It needs to be pretty simple, point and click, for me to, you know, really grasp it and understand it. So I've been kind of looking around for that, and I found a program. and I've been working on one video, and I believe I've gotten the video put together, you know, all of its parts, and I started the upload process early this morning, and it's still only at about 20%. Apparently this is going to take hours, hours to do a video editing, and that's not what I was accustomed to on my phone. I believe maybe my RAM or something needs updated in my computer. It's a pretty old computer. It's probably 6 years old, 7 years old now maybe. So I really don't use it that much. I haven't used it that much since I actually purchased it. But I think it might be time to do some upgrades on it. I'm going to actually try to use the chisel and see how that does for me. So, yeah, you guys will probably see that videos might be a little slower to release as I try to learn how much time I need to allow myself between filming and editing to actually have it released onto YouTube. So some of my videos might be a little late for a while until, you know, I get the hang of it. And hopefully it won't take long. I'm going to definitely look into upgrading the RAM, or, you know, whatever it takes, processor speed. I'm gonna do some Googling and see what Google says I need to do to speed this thing up. And hopefully that will help. So I've met a curve, you know. It's going to be a learning curve. It's going to take a minute, but, you know, I'll figure it out. I've figured things out in the past, and I'll do it again. So no need to worry there. I'm going to go in with, I believe, dark yellow for her hair, which is Y325. Yes, Y325. So other than that, it's, you know, definitely been driving me batty. I was so stressed out yesterday, and I finally just had to give up and walk away from the whole situation and say, you know, I colored mandalas, like 4 or 5 mandalas, just back to back to back to back, because that's kind of what I like to color when I'm stressed out, kind of bring things back in, you know, to focus and get my mind cleared some. So I did several mandalas yesterday afternoon and yesterday evening until bedtime, and that was just real frustrating. I think that I might have to reevaluate how I'm doing my videos and how I'm releasing my content. I've been trying so hard to almost, you know, to have a video for almost every day. And I know I've slacked just a little bit here recently, but, you know, I really started pumping them and trying to get them pumped out. And, you know, when I first started the channel, for those of you who've been around since the beginning, I only released videos. I think they were like, I would record a video on Gary's shift day, and he works a shift every 3rd day. And then that evening or the next morning, I would release the video. So I was putting a video up about one every 3 days, unless it was just like a quick flip through of a book that I had purchased or received. And then I thought, okay, I really want to put out more content more frequently. And I think I really started pushing myself, and I think I may be experiencing a tiny bit of burnout with that. And trust me, it's not you guys, because I love you guys so much. And the reason I want to make these videos and make so many videos is because I do love you guys so much. And it helps me, it really helps me being able to make these videos and, you know, communicate with you guys and spend some time with you guys. So that means a lot to me. And, but I think I'm going to have to think a little bit more about how frequently I want to be putting the videos up, especially until I learn this new editing process that I'm going to have, you know, to learn. I've got to learn this. And so if you don't see as many videos from me as you're accustomed to, that's why. Try not to worry, I'm there. You know, you guys can still shoot me messages or whatever anytime, even if, you know, there's not a current video up. But I'm still going to be releasing. I will never release, I don't want to ever release less than one every 3 days, which was the goal I set for myself when I first made the channel. And, you know, in those days, it was real easy. The videos I was making were easy to just upload and do everything on my phone. And it seems like, I think, the videos that I'm doing now, between the length of the videos and the number of the videos, I'm going to have to start moving things over to my computer and doing my editing over my computer. And that's, I think, going to take more time. So I hope you guys will be patient with me through this little growing pain. And hopefully it won't take too long to get into the swing of things. That's what's been going on with that. See how pretty it looks when it dries on this grayscale. This grayscale is absolutely amazing. I love the Jade Summer grayscale. I truly do. But yes, I love you guys so much. And this is R213 I'm going to use on her lips. And I definitely don't want to get burned out. And it's like I said, it's not you guys. It's the editing part of everything. If it was just a matter of making videos and hitting one button that says upload it and it was to you guys, that would be absolutely amazing. But that's not how it works. G503 is pale green. I'm going to do her eyes. My camera, at least when it records in no more than about 30-minute intervals, and then it starts a new video. So when I'm ready to do something with them, I have to go into an editing program and I have to merge all those videos together. And then once all that's done and I'm happy with that, then I have to upload it into or up onto YouTube. So it just takes, it takes some time. And that's the part that I'm not very pleased with. I love making the videos. I'm not sure I like the editing too much. Alright, and that's just 314, which is just yellow. Let me do her bracelets. So we're looking at about 8 more days of rain here. I don't know if I shared this with you guys yet or not, but we were forecasted for like 10 days worth of rain. Crazy, insane. they were saying that with the amount of moisture, if this was a very cold winter for us and this rain were to actually be snow, that we would be looking at about, it said we would be looking at about 70 to 90 inches. That's a lot. That's a lot. I'm going to use R614, and hopefully that doesn't blend in with her nails here too much to do this horse's mane. But that's a lot. It's a lot of moisture. So it's been very kind of gloomy, rainy. We actually have some sunshine this morning. The rain broke for a little bit, and we got some sunshine. I don't know how long that's going to last before the rain comes back. But this is kind of like the southern east coasts, I guess, what we're getting from all of these really horrible winter storms that's causing all of the snow and ice and everything in some of the other states like north and west of us. So yeah, it's a lot of rain. And when you suffer from depression anyway, having that much rain is just it's too much. It's just too much. I try to use I have lights, and I use them in my coloring anyway for, to have good lighting so I can see my colors and things better. So I do have my lights, which gives something very similar to like sunlight, and I use that a lot when the weather's bad, just to kind of simulate some sunlight, because I am the type of person that gets very depressed with gloomy, nasty, rainy days, and to have so many in a row is just, it's crazy. This is actually a very pretty color. Very, very pretty. So there's something that's been eating at me just a little bit, and I'm sorry that some of that was out of frame for you guys, but something's been eating at me and it's been bothering me, and I was debating whether or not I should even address it in a video, and I think I'm going to. I had almost decided not to address it, and I may lose viewers over this. I may lose some subscribers, and that's fine, I suppose. That's the risk you got to take sometimes. I mean, if you feel passionate about something, you have to kind of take that risk, and I've always been very honest with my subscribers. And I think that if I don't toss this out here, that it might affect the channel long term. And I'll explain why. But don't feel like anything necessarily rude happened. So definitely don't take what I'm going to say that way. But it's just something that's kind of bothered me. and I'm going to try to be as general about things as I possibly can be, with you still being able to kind of understand what I'm trying to say to you guys. Okay. This is in regards to when a color tuber hosts a giveaway on their channel. When you see a color tuber host a giveaway on their channel, first of all, understand that color tubers are people just like you, who have personal lives just like you. Many of them go to work and come home and make a living for their families. Some may be disabled. Some may have spouses that work. But what I want you to understand is that color tubers are not a business. They are individuals. And you may think that people on YouTube make thousands of dollars a month. And yes, some do. I do not believe that there's a color tuber on YouTube that's doing that. Okay? I don't. It's very hard and competitive in the YouTube world. The money that YouTubers get from ads, ad spaces on their videos, amounts to practically nothing. I assure you of that. You would have to have a million subscribers that are clicking on your videos and watching the ads and, you know, interacting with those ads to make any kind of an income off of those ads. It's just not happening with color tubers. And for those color tubers who are Amazon associates, they're not making a lot of money doing that either. Okay? Definitely not an income. So truly, color tubers do this more out of the love for coloring and the love for their subscribers than they do for money. Because if you're in it for the money, you're not going to do it for long, because there's just not money in color tube. I mean, there's really not. That's not the niche that gets those huge, big deals that makes a living for anyone. And so when you see a color tuber host a giveaway, they're doing that as an individual out of the goodness of their own heart. They were either sent the product by other subscribers who wanted to share things that they weren't going to use, in which case a sacrifice has been made on the part of another subscriber, or the color tuber may have been sent the product by a company for testing and review. And if that's the case, you still need to understand that even though the color tuber did not pay for that product, that a lot of time and energy is spent in communicating with companies and trying to, choose what companies you're willing to promote products for. And, in that communications process, there's a lot of time, and time is worth money. Okay. I'm telling you, if you've ever had to work really hard at something, you understand that your time is truly worth something. So they still gave a part of themselves in getting, acquiring that product. And instead of keeping it for themselves, they have decided to be generous enough to pass that along to a subscriber. Then you have products that they've purchased themselves for giveaways. And in that case, they are out money that could have went towards their family or to their family, because they want to give back to their community of subscribers. So it's not a business. Color tubers are not a business who are making you know, profits and are trying to basically build a customer database off using giveaways and things like that. Like you see these big companies have these huge things like McDonald's Monopoly every year and all of that. That's not what it's all about. When color tubers host giveaways, they're doing that to say thank you to their subscribers. That's what it's all about. It's not about promotion. It's not about making money. It's not about trying to drive future sales. It's not advertising. You know, it's none of that. It's quite simply a thank you. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for believing in our community that we're building together. These giveaways are done as a way to build community and to build community involvement within their channel as well as in the coloring community at a whole, okay? And even if they did not physically pay for the product, you know, they're putting their time into coming up with the ideas for the giveaway, hosting the giveaway, conducting the giveaway, and then in the packaging and shipping cost to send the winner the prize. Oh, sorry. Okay, I had to take a short break. Sorry. Okay, now where was I? Okay, understand. I think I was saying to understand exactly what all the color tuber, and this doesn't just apply to color tuber, this applies across the board for anyone who is in more of a hobby niche that is hosting giveaways on their channels. Okay, so not just necessarily color tube, but understand that there is money, there is time, and sometimes there is frustration and tears involved in the giveaway process between obtaining the product, hosting the giveaway, editing the videos, the cost of mailing the prize once a winner has been established. So it's not free to the color tuber. They are not a business. They are not doing this for profit or advertisement. They're doing it as a thank you. All right. I think that's where I was at. So when you enter these contests, think about that. Think about the fact that this person is trying to give back for the positive things that they have received from the channel. For me, this is like a therapy, okay? Some people go and see a therapist and talk about their problems and deal with, you know, their anxieties or their depression or whatever. I chose to turn to adult coloring for that, and then I chose to begin this color tube channel as another form of therapy, and it works for me. When I come and I am able to make a video and I publish that video, process of editing and all of that, I mean, the benefits are worth it in the end, but just the editing and stuff causes stress. But you know, being able to make these videos and share them with you guys and to get your feedback, your comments, your likes, you know, and I'm appreciative even to those of you who have not commented, who've not subscribed, but watch, those of you who are there, because, I mean, I see how many views my videos get, okay, I can see that, so you don't necessarily have to comment, which it's nice if you do, and you don't even necessarily have to like the video. It's, you know, it's nice, and it helps me so much if you do with, you know, YouTube and its ratings and rankings. So, but even if you're not doing those things, I still see the views. I know people have been there, and that tells me that somehow, in some way, I'm also helping others. And it's a huge therapy for me. And it's working. And I love spending that time with you guys. So when I host videos, that's what I'm saying thank you for. I'm saying thank you for being, thank you for being there. Thank you for being part of my journey, part of my therapy, part of my healing process. I truly appreciate that. And I want to give back. And that's exactly what these other, color tubers are doing. So when you're entering the contest, keep that in mind, that they are saying thank you so much. And when you enter these contests, every color tuber, whether they admit it or not, deep down inside, you hope that whoever wins your contest, and you do everything you can do to make sure that you're running a good contest, an honest contest. You're looking for programs that will pick random winners and things like that. So everything is kept random and fair to everybody who enters the contest. But whether the color tuber or YouTuber in general will admit it or not, deep down inside, you're hoping and crossing your fingers that whoever it is that is watching your videos, that's getting benefit from your videos, that's enjoying your videos, that's part of your community, you're hoping they win that contest. Deep down inside, those are the people that you're rooting for. Not just one person, but anybody, any of your viewers that are there for you. That's who you're rooting for. The sad fact of the matter is, on YouTube, there are people who will just search in search bars on YouTube with the term giveaway, and whatever happens to pop up, they will look at that video and see what they got to do to enter, and they'll enter that video, they'll enter that contest, and they'll move along to the next contest. They never watch a single other video other than the giveaway video at the end where it announces the winner. They never come back to that channel. That was their complete involvement in the lifetime of that channel, was in that community, was nothing more than taking part in that contest. And that happens, okay? It happens a lot on YouTube. That's why you will hear the YouTuber say, you must be subscribed, or I'm going to check subscription status, or, whatever. And that's why, because you really want to make sure as much as you can, and a lot of it's not in your control, but you want to make sure that your subscribers have the best chance possible of being the winner of your contest. The people who are viewing your videos, and the people who are benefiting, the people who are supporting you and believe in what you're doing, that you do what you can to make the odds better for those people. It's just like with my most recent video. I didn't say right at the beginning of the video what you had to do to enter. I put that more towards the middle of the video, and I said simply put this in the comments, and any comments that got made that did not include what I said to put in the video, I deleted the comments so they wouldn't be part of the contest, because it wasn't fair, because that could have been someone who just, was going through YouTube looking for contests to enter, and, they just entered the contest. So you do what you can. You want to keep it as fair as possible, but you want to put the odds in the favor of the people who are part of your channel's community. And like I said, there's only so much you can do for that, but you do what you can. Okay, tell me what you guys think so far. I think it's looking great. It's very pretty. These markers work wonderful on this paper. They're great markers, I think. Okay. Send this back in. So when a contest runs its course, or a giveaway runs its course, and a winner is announced, I can always tell, you know, I see it on other channels too, I can always tell the true blue members of that channel because they are so happy and they're congratulating the winner, whoever that winner may have been. You know, they're saying, congratulations, I'm so happy for you, enjoy your gift. And it's genuine excitement for the person who has, who's won. Looking for a color, guys. I know what I'm looking for. I'm just trying to locate it. Here we go. Okay. So, you see that genuine, you know, excitement. And that's the community right there, okay? That's the community pulling together. And I love it. When you have taken part in a contest, if you win that contest, show appreciation. There'll always be information on here's how to claim your prize. You know, that's going to be in any giveaway. All right. Yes, you need to do whatever it says that you need to do to claim your prize. Of course, you won. You're happy. At least, I hope you're happy if you've won a contest. Go back to that video where the community was reaching out and was generally excited for you. Go back to that community. Thank the host, first of all, publicly for having the giveaway. And then thank the other subscribers who are congratulating you. Let them know that it means something to you, that they're excited for you. I don't care if you only join the channel for the giveaway. If you win, you need to do those things. You need to respect the time, the money, and everything that went into obtaining the gift, and you need to acknowledge that, and you need to acknowledge the other people who took part or didn't take part in the contest, but is congratulating you. It's truly, it's etiquette. It's etiquette. And it's something that we need to use. I don't want it to sound like I'm trying to say, you know, this is how... Well, I mean, maybe I am. I mean, the truth of the matter is that... The truth of the matter is no one should ever have to be reminded of something like that. It should be a natural response as part of a community. And I'm just going to leave that laying right there. And I don't think that there is a YouTube creator out there who is in more of a hobby type niche that would disagree with anything that I just said. And if they're watching this and they do disagree, by all means, feel free to express that in the comments below. Tell me why you disagree and why you see things differently. I personally think that it's just downright rude to do anything other than what I just said would be etiquette for entering a contest on a channel that's more of a hobby niche type channel. Even if I were to win a contest from, and I have won a contest through Color It before, and I was very appreciative to Color It in my email to them to claim my prize and all of that. So even with a company, because the truth of the matter is a company doesn't have to host a giveaway. Granted, the reason they're doing it is for advertisement purposes. It is to drive sales. It is to gain future customers. It is for all of those things. It's not like that for the most part in the YouTube world, especially not in the hobby niches. And you should show some appreciation, because the time, energy, and money that was spent for that giveaway could have been spent so many other ways. That color tuber or YouTuber or whatever could have bought themselves something. They could have bought their family something. That could have been the difference between hot dogs for dinner tonight or steak. I mean, it's just what it is. They, you know, the creator is making a sacrifice of some sort to, you know, bring you that giveaway. And yeah. So anyhow, like I said, I'm going to lay that right there. And I believe that most YouTube creators would agree with me. If I lose subscribers over what I've just said, so be it. I feel passionate about that. And I would think that most of you would probably agree. And that's not only for, you know, my channel. I'm speaking in general, all the way around. And another thing too, a smart thing would be if you subscribe just to enter a contest, don't unsubscribe the second the contest is over. I mean, that's just kind of tacky. Even if you really don't care to be part of that community anymore. I mean, stay subscribed for a few weeks, couple months, something, you know. You can unsubscribe later. Don't be so obvious about, you know, what it was. And I'm not saying that I know of anybody who's ever done that. I just thought I'd toss that out there because, I mean, you never know. I was shocked to find out, personally, I was shocked to find out how many people just use search terms to try to locate giveaways. I didn't realize, I guess, I don't know why I didn't realize that was a thing, but, you know, when I found that out, that was kind of like a whoa kind of thing for me. So, yeah. And what I think I'm going to do some in the future, because I really do want to, there will be times I do, you know, that I host public giveaways and things like that, but what I think I'm going to start doing, at least some in the future, and it was actually one of my subscribers who I was talking to and asking just some, you know, what do you think about this or that or whatever. And this was kind of a suggestion that they had, and I think I'm going to try it. I think I may host some surprise giveaways, and when I say that, I mean right in the smack dab of a video, it's just going to break, and all of a sudden, we're going to be in a giveaway video, and it's going to be, here's the prize, here's what you need to do to enter, good luck. And it's going to be right in the dead center of a video. So that way, it's a pretty sure bet that anyone who found out about that video, or found out about that giveaway, was someone interested in the community, the channel, and the content, and not someone who was just surfing around looking for giveaways. So yeah, I think I will try some surprise giveaways in the future and see how that works. So stay tuned. And I'll jump off of that topic. That was just something that was kind of eating at me a little bit, and I just wanted to toss it out there. And I mean, I hope I don't lose subscribers over it, but it's me being real, it's me being honest, and that's something I've promised every one of you I would always be. I would be myself, and I would be real. So, you know, I've said it before, if you don't want real, you're at the wrong channel. So today is actually Monday, and I said that I wanted to do my marker videos, you know, like any reviews on markers and things like that on Mondays. You know, the little Marker Monday idea that I had. This video should have already been made and ready to go up, but this was one of the videos that got affected by my phone issues and all of that. So I am going to try to edit this as soon as I finish this video. I'm going to try to edit this in my phone and get it processed, get it up. Hopefully my phone will hold up for at least this one video. Now I see why so many YouTubers definitely are using their computers to process their videos and things like that. I get it now. I didn't get it, but I get it now. Phones are great. My phone's faster than my computer. It really is. But at the same time, we kind of see where we're at with this. All right, I think I'm going to do these little flowers in the Pretty Pony's hair blue. I'm going to try to leave a spot in the middle. Hopefully it doesn't bleed, so I can put like a yellow center to the flower. So I'm being very, very careful with this. Hope these flowers aren't too dark. I thought the blue would be pretty. I love blue. There's a bush. It's called like a plumbago bush or something like that. That has very pretty blue lavender flowers. Plumbago. Where are we sitting on time? We're just we're right at an hour. And that's another thing also, is I want to try to start keeping my videos right at an hour. I wish I could get them under an hour. I see today what it's going to take moving forward to upload. I think the video that I'm trying to process right now is only about an hour and 10 minutes, and it's not going to be done until super duper late tonight, and that's just crazy. Okay, gonna take a short break, be right back. All right, we're back. Let me see, B714. Put some of this here for her dress. Thought it would be a nice color. I think I'm getting better with the chisel, guys. I really do. And it does help so much to flip over to that chisel tip sometimes. I was so terrified to do it. You know, when I first started the channel, you guys know, I would forever sit there and just work and work and work that bullet nib. Terrified of switching. And sometimes I do seem to get more ink than I want out of the chisel maybe, but it will lay down some ink quickly. I have no idea what we're going to do for dinner tonight. Night before last, I actually made some stuffed bell peppers. I made them a little different than traditionally, or even than I normally do. I bought some boneless sirloin steaks that looked really good. I let them marinate in broth for quite a while, and kind of turned them on the stove. I turned them on for just a little while so they could, you know, cook very low with that broth. And then I let that cool, and I took the steak and I shredded it, and then I mixed in some pico de gallo. I rinsed it all off really well so it wouldn't be too spicy maybe. And so that's onions, tomatoes, cilantro, and lemon juice, I believe. And I put that in, and I put in mozzarella and Parmesan cheese. And then I popped it into the pepper, and I let it bake until all that was nice and done. And it was very yummy. Very, very yummy. And we had some asparagus with that. I cut the hard ends, you know, off of the asparagus. And I put them in aluminum foil with garlic and lots of butter and a little bit of Parmesan cheese. And I let that cook like that. And then I added just a little extra Parmesan at the end and let it kind of melt over everything. And yeah, it was really good. And you know who you are. I swear, if you comment, I would have had soup, I will pop through my computer, phone, or whatever I need to do and choke you. And I know you are on the floor laughing right now. You've got to be. Yeah. It's a little inside joke between me and one of my subscribers. She'll get it. She'll get it. And I guarantee you right now she is scrambling to hit the reply button just to type in, I would have had soup. But that's okay. I love her anyway. Okay. I hate it when I can't find a color. Here we go. It's like the color's there and then it's can't find it again. Oh, eyes itching. I know I need to run out to the store. Hopefully I can get this video processing and I can run off to the store real quick while this video is processing. I really want to get it up for you guys today. I am not the type of person who does well with not meeting my obligations or my deadlines. It drives me so crazy. Yesterday, my husband was like, Donna, everybody will understand. Tell them you're having problems. You know, whatever. That's what one of my subscribers said, because I was telling her how frustrated I was with the whole situation and Gamut right then. And yeah, I mean, it's just in my nature that if I say, you know, hey, this is what I'm going to do, by golly, that's exactly what I want to have happen. And that was just, I don't know. I'll feel better if I get this movie up, and then, or this video. And of course, I have Tabby Tuesday, which is recorded. I do need to do a voiceover for it, because I was watching YouTube creator videos when I was making that video, and it is a blending video. So I was actually blending with Sharpies and Bic markers. A lot of people say that they cannot be blended, and I was just kind of saying, yeah, they can. So look for that. If not tomorrow, Tuesday, then definitely, hopefully by Wednesday. And if I can't figure out how to do this voiceover, it's going to break my heart, because I just figured it out. You know, I just figured it out on my program that I was using on my phone, and now I've already had to transfer all that footage over to my computer, so now I have to figure it out on this new program, which I am brand new at, so that will be interesting. But hopefully I can get that done. I'll try to do the voiceover this evening, so the video can hopefully process overnight and be ready to go up in the morning. And then I'll feel so much better, because that means I will have met all my deadlines regardless, regardless of the technical difficulties. And that really makes me feel good when I adapt and overcome. Very juicy markers. Very juicy. My insecurity levels go through the roof still when I flip over to the chisel, but I'm getting a lot more comfortable with it. Sometimes it's great to jump, you know, outside of your comfort zone. And what am I always telling you guys? There ain't nothing to it but to do it. There, sorry you were out of frame, but you know, you guys know how it is. If you stop when you're using those alcohol markers on this kind of paper, you're gonna have lines. You've got to keep that ink wet, and it dries so quickly on this Amazon type paper. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. There you guys go. Tell me what you think. I think she looks beautiful. The unicorn is gorgeous. The sky looks great. That grayscale pops. And yeah, that is just straight coloring, laying down markers, and this is the result you can get from the Jade Summer Grayscale. I really hope that they hold true and do indeed come out with more grayscale books, as they've said that they plan to do. So that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope that you have enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed looking at the Bianyos, the Bianyo markers. Here they are again. This is 72 sets. Great bag. The swatches are here. Thank you so much to the subscriber who sent these for us to look at. Here's the Jade Summer Light and Dark Fantasy book. Both of these will be linked right down in the description below. Just click it, open it up, look at that. You can go to Amazon. You can go directly to these products or just to Amazon in general. And I appreciate all your support. If you've not subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Just hit the subscribe button, ring the bell to be notified of my future videos. We would love to have you here. We are truly a great community, and I love my subscribers so much. There's also a link to our Facebook group down in the description where we can share our work with each other and just have general conversations. It's a very laid-back group, and it would be nice to have you there also. So that's it for today, guys, and until next time, peace, love, and happy coloring. Bye, guys.